not the typical way that I would start an intro to a grocery haul and meal plan, and now meal prep. If you're new around here, we like to meal prep for a month at a time. All of our humans are home, so it's just gonna be really loud. And we then grocery shop for a month and then go back halfway through the month for like fresh produce and milk. We are at the end of our meal plan for October. We just could not get to Costco yesterday. It's Saturday. Friday is typically when we go to Costco. The kids are in daycare. Bryson and I can knock it out. We can use the kids' car seats to hold things, as you saw in my last video. Our in-laws are moving, and so we've been helping them kind of clean their house. We also put one of our dogs down yesterday. It was just was not the time to go to Costco. So instead, I planned for a week at a time, this week, and we are doing a Kroger pickup at 10 o'clock. This video will feature that grocery haul, the meal plan for this week, and then we'll feature all of the prep. So it's probably gonna be a long, chaotic video, but it just wasn't the time to go to Costco. Sometimes you just gotta shirk your schedule and your routines when things are hard. So I'm gonna go eat with my family, and then in a little bit, I'll be back to show you the grocery haul. It's also like 8 a.m. before the time has shifted. So it's still really dark in here. You say hi. Back from Kroger. All of our produce and food costs $75.98. Keep in mind, I do have 2 things of chicken breast in my freezer that I'm gonna use for this. So that would have probably added another $10, but I'm kind of shocked that this was all under $100. That's pretty good. So, or maybe this is not enough food for $100. I don't know. What do you think? Let's go through this and then I'll show you what else I bought. So, Honeycrisp apples, a staple in our house, some red potatoes. I'm making a Salisbury steak in the crock pot today, and Bryson hates the texture of mashed potatoes, but he'll do it if they're like skins and kind of chunky. So we're gonna do red skin mashed potatoes. Some green onion, some regular onion, baby bell peppers, baby bella mushrooms, Roma tomatoes, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, jalapeno, 2 things of Brussels sprouts, 6 bananas, a bag of spinach, 2 heads of living lettuce, some ground beef for multiple dishes, pork sausage, ground chicken. I actually needed 2 of these. This is one of the things that they said they didn't have on the Kroger pickup. Turns out they had it in store, and I thought that they could still fulfill one of the packages that I need. So it just means that our lunch selection will be a little bit thinner. I'll probably just, we're doing chicken lettuce wrap salads for our lunch. And so I'll probably just make rice and incorporate rice into the overall dish to bulk it up. Some M&Ms, both the M&Ms, the white chocolate chips, and these candy eyeballs. All of these are for the cookies I need to make for daycare for all of my children's classes. Some Greek yogurt to marinate our butter chicken in. Water chestnuts, crushed tomatoes, beef broth, chicken broth, onion soup mix. I've never had this on hand. I need it for today's Salisbury steak recipe, and I think there are extra packets in there. So what do you do with onion soup mix? I would love to know what I can do with the rest of it. Some stone ground mustard, the best Caesar dressing ever, dark chocolate cocoa powder, large thing of heavy whipping cream, some pure vanilla extract. When I go to Costco next week, I will get the very big bottle of this, but I figured we'll use it, so I'll just go ahead and get it. Some more cornstarch, and then these frozen blueberries. My kids love fruit in their oatmeal and in their yogurts. I cannot justify the price of fresh berries when they're not in season. They're just so expensive. And we tried to do no berries last week and just do jams. It just really wasn't the same in their oatmeal. So we're gonna use these fresh blueberries and see how they feel about throwing them into oatmeal. We'll report back. So again, all that stuff was like $76. I picked up some other things while we were there. Some of these just size 5 diapers to hold us over until we get to Costco. These are for my middle child. Some Comforts soy formula for this little girl who we're slowly incorporating soy back in after her allergy. She's at the age where we can do that now. So we're adding it back in with the Elecare, which is heckin' expensive. and we'll just see if eventually we can switch her to fully to soy. And then 2 of these tools, it was buy one get one half off. So I've never had a cookie dough scoop, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know I make a lot of Christmas cookies. So I'm really excited. I'll probably get a second one, like a bigger one. I think this is only 1 tablespoon. I'll probably get a 2 tablespoon cookie scoop. And then I needed a new peeler because mine has gone downhill and it makes life very hard. So let's talk about what we're gonna make this week and then start meal prepping. Hi. All right, first up is monster cookies, which these are for my kids' daycare class. They're a chocolate cookie with M&Ms and some white chocolate chips, and you put little eyeballs on them. They're so cute. I actually end up finishing these in a short that I have. You should check it out. I believe it's my 5 to 9 short. You should definitely check it out if you want to see these complete, and I'll make sure to put the recipe in the description down below. If I am baking something for other people and it has a kill step in the recipe, which is like baking or sauteing or something like that, where there will be like a decontamination step essentially of like baking or whatever, I won't wear gloves while I'm prepping it. So don't come at me. I wear gloves typically when I finish or package up cookies. I am entirely too lazy to do this, like adding flour into the wet ingredients slowly. I would rather just clean up the mess rather than take the time to not make the mess. It's just how I am, people. Love it or hate it. These cookies, although they have all the candy in them, were surprisingly well balanced. The dough was like saltier, and because I used a dark chocolate cocoa powder, they were richer, and so they were so good. Now, while I was actually making those cookies, I had some apples simmering on the stove, and I made some applesauce for my daughter. First time I've ever made it, and it was so easy. All right, it's the end of the night. It's a little chaotic here. Bryson is doing dishes from our dinner. I am gonna start working on the frittata kind of crustless quiche egg bake thing that I'm doing for Bryson to have for breakfast. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cook up this sausage, and then I went ahead while dinner was finishing up and prepped the veggies for it. I don't think I'm gonna use all of these bell peppers. I think I'm gonna save about half of this and freeze them, and then the rest of this I will go ahead and throw into the egg mixture. To bake it all. If you're new around here, every Saturday night, Bryson and I make 2 dinner plate chocolate chip cookies. So I got the dough for that made, and then I started working on the prep for the butter chicken. Is this aesthetic? I'm trying so hard to be aesthetic in my videos. Was that aesthetic? Look at the candle. I mean, the aestheticism is beautiful. Okay, so I'm prepping the butter chicken. It just needs to marinate in the yogurt and spice mixture for 24 hours. I'm sure you can do it for less time, but I had the time, I had the gumption, so I just went ahead and diced up the chicken into probably 1-inch cubes, and then from there I mix in some yogurt and a bunch of spices, including garam masala, I think paprika maybe, turmeric. The recipe will be linked below. Y'all, these measuring spoons do not fit in my jars. Drives me nuts. Look at me. I just get so over it and then I just smack them into it. I already have on my Christmas list the thin ones that fit in every type of jar because, oof, it makes me hot. It makes me so annoyed. Once I get all the marinated ingredients together, I just give it a good whisk. This is my first time actually making this dish. Can tell you right now, we loved it so much, and it will be a staple in our meal plan. So now I'm just bringing back that chicken, and I'm just gonna toss it together with that sauce, and then I'm just gonna put it in the fridge and let it marinate until tomorrow when we're ready to fry it up. And then you know me, gotta deep clean that kitchen after the chicken. Here is the egg bake. Happy to see some egg. Was a little worried that it was gonna be way more veggies than egg. I think it still is, but I think it's gonna be delicious. So we'll let this cool and then we'll put a lid on it and pop it in the fridge. Here are our Saturday traditions. We always get 2 chocolate chip cookies at the end of Saturday that we make. If you are interested in seeing what our Saturdays look like, I have some awesome YouTube shorts that you could check out over on my channel. So for now, we're gonna eat these cookies and then we're gonna go to bed. Welcome to day 2 of our meal plan grocery haul video. Whew, I don't even know. How long is it at this point? I don't even know. How far in have you gotten? We just got back from church. Most of the kids, except for this little girl right here, are down for their naps. This little girl's finishing a bottle and then she can go have quiet time. And I am gonna get started on everything else we have to do. We need to make Caesar chicken. I probably won't feature that one. I featured it in a recent meal prep. I also have a short on it. They're called shorts? Yes, short. I can never remember why. I have a short on that one. If you wanna check that out, it's super easy, 3 ingredients. I'm gonna make some tacos, filling. I need to make some pico de gallo for the tacos. Probably won't feature that also because I've also made that 1,000 times. And then I need to make the lettuce wrap mixture and then finish cooking the buttered chicken. So first thing I'm gonna do though is use, oh, you can't see it in the shot. I'm gonna use our beautiful espresso machine. I'm gonna make an iced oat milk latte, and then I'm gonna make Bryson an iced London Fog. And then I'm gonna clean up all the dishes. They're all clean, they just all need to be put away so it's just less chaos over there. I always hate working with raw chicken when there's like stuff in my sink. So I'm gonna take care of the raw chicken prep first for the Caesar chicken. Again, probably not gonna film that. But check out that short that I have, it's great. Okay, she just threw her bottle and now she's playing with her feet. Ugh, to be a baby. You know, to be a baby and do just whatever it is that babies do. Scream, eat, cuddle, be cute. Ugh. Okay, let's just do this. This cup ain't aesthetic, but it does the best job. Function over aesthetics any day. Here are the vegetables I'm gonna go ahead and chop up. Probably not gonna film it just because I know this is probably getting to be a long video. So I'm gonna do both of these. I'm just gonna cut off the stems and then cut them in half. One onion I'm just gonna slice. This is for the curry. And then the other onion I'm gonna just dice and use this for the lettuce wraps. And then I'm gonna cut up a couple of cloves of this garlic to use in the curry and in the lettuce wraps. Lord, words are hard today. Okay. Once I got all those veggies prepped, I started putting together all of our dishes, starting with our lettuce wrap salads. So essentially, it's a lettuce wrap, but we eat it more like a salad because when we're at work, we don't need sauce dripping all the way down our arms. So I start by cooking off that chicken. While that chicken is browning nicely, I go ahead and I toss the Brussels sprouts with some garlic, salt, pepper, avocado oil. I like avocado oil for this because when I'm roasting veggies at high temps, avocado oil just has a higher smoke point. It holds up better, so that's just why I use avocado oil. So I'm just throwing those on a sheet tray and then I'm just going to pop them in the oven and let them roast, I think at 400 degrees for like 25-30 minutes. And then I just flip back and forth all the time between the different meals that I'm making. So I'm finishing up that chicken, throwing in the onions. I'm going to throw in some garlic and some ginger. And then I like to let that saute by itself for a few minutes so the spices can bloom. I believe in Chinese that's called wok hei. Worked at a Chinese restaurant for a little while, and that's what they used to say, is that they were letting the spices wok hei. So now I'm just throwing in some hoisin sauce, some coconut aminos. We flip back and forth between coconut aminos and soy. I just find for certain dishes the sweetness of coconut aminos really brings out delicious flavor, and this is one of those dishes. So now I'm just going to let all of that kind of marinade, cook slowly, and then I'm going to add some chili paste in. I love sambal oblique. It is such good stuff. The original rooster sauce. Now I'm just adding in some water chestnuts and green onions. They go in last. They don't really get cooked. You just kind of give them a few minutes to saute, and it makes the perfect texture. And then we'll just take this to work with one of those heads of lettuce and eat it as a salad. Now I am finally getting started on this buttered chicken. It starts by kind of frying the chicken in a low amount of oil and all of that marinade. And the marinade is really going to help bring the sauce together. So I just get that in, let it do its thing, spread it out so all the chicken is touching the surface. And then once that chicken is pretty much cooked, it doesn't have to be all the way done because we're going to finish it in the sauce. I pull it out. I don't wipe the pan clean. I add some butter, some oil, throw in some onion, and just let the onion start to soften up. It gets so tender. And then we're going to throw in some ginger and some garlic. While this is going, I'm also scraping the pan so I can really get all those good bits off of the pan. Then here I'm throwing in that garlic and ginger like I was talking about. I'm going to let those spices bloom again. Just keep stirring it around, keep letting it cook. Also keeping it in motion so that the garlic does not burn. Now I'm adding a variety of spices. Oh, look at it. Got me again. Those dang measuring spoons. So again, this recipe will be down below because I don't exactly remember what all of it was off the top of my head. Now once all the spices have bloomed, I'm going to go ahead and add a can of tomato sauce and let that kind of simmer together. This is going to be really the base of the sauce. Y'all, this is so good. And honestly, it was so easy. Here are those Brussels sprouts. I think I cooked them for about 35 minutes total. They never look as pretty as they do in the pictures. What am I doing wrong? Somebody tell me. So we're letting this sauce simmer, and then I'm going to puree it and add some more ingredients in the chicken back and let it simmer some more time. Valley, how's that one sock doing, Val? One sock for life, this girl. Go, 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 gotta go to dad. And then this girl, y'all, this is just what the living room looks like on Meal Prep Sundays. Y'all, just know, I'm still learning in the kitchen, and I was hell-bent on using my immersion blender, and it flew sauce everywhere because you have to immerse the blender in the sauce, and it was not. But I was determined. So here I got out the lid as a shield. Bryson at one point goes, "Captain America!" because he's making fun of me. Finally, I just sucked it up and moved it over to a glass dish, made Bryson help me put it in the dish, and then blended it from there. Honestly, I'm just going to use my Vitamix next time and get the hulky thing out because the immersion blender didn't get it as smooth as the Vitamix would have. It was still so good. It's going to be even better when it's smooth. So then I just added some sugar and some cream to finish it off the sauce, and I'm adding the chicken and all the drippings back in, and we're going to let that cook low and slow and finish the dish. All right, here is everything we've got. I'm not going to do the ground beef taco meat. It's going to be super simple for me to make when I get home, and I am burnt out. So here's what we got. We got done our Brussels sprouts, some applesauce, our Caesar chicken. The oil is totally fine. We'll just mix it back in, and that's like brown Parmesan on top, not leopard skin. Some of the chicken lettuce wrap mix, which we will eat with those heads of butter lettuce that I bought, and I just whipped up a really quick pot sticker sauce. And then the egg bake. And then we have this bubbling away. Y'all, I'm such a goob. I can't believe I made such a mess. But anyways, that's what happens. I get lazy. So we'll let this bubble for another 10 minutes while the kids play outside. And then we will go ahead and eat. with some of the rice that's in the crock pot. So that is what we got made this week. Woohoo. I have sauce on my face. This is a cut, but all that was sauce. Anyways, I am endlessly grateful for your views. By the time I release this video, I will either be very close to or have just monetized my YouTube channel. And I cannot tell you what that means to me as a working mom that's just trying to make it. It means so much to my family. So thank you so much for being here and watching our videos. Definitely let me know whatever you'd like to see in the future, because I'd love to make content that you want to see. Until then, if you're not subscribed, please consider liking and subscribing this video. It really helps me. It really helps my family. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye.